Welcome back. Today we'll be discussing servers versus physical and the virtual, the good, the bad,
and the
ugly. All right.
And that's how it goes.
So, physical server. Simple, easy, can be a desktop style, it can be a rack mounted. You can get a Pi now.
Not desktop style.
You can shut your dirty mouth when you're talking to me. There's literally anything now you can turn into a server of some sort.
Absolutely.
Specs, it depends on what you're going for. I mean, I run a Home Assistant on a Raspberry Pi.
You can call anything a server these days. It's been done.
True story, actually. You can call a screen a server. You can call a tablet a server.
You can call a Switch a server.
You can call a Switch a server.
Call IT and tell them they're getting servers delivered.
Yeah. Server what it is. But anyways, server, you're looking at basic performance of that thing. You're expecting with a true server, not a server, you're going to get something that's going to be running something else. It's going to be hosting, whether it be your Exchange, whether it be hosting your AD platforms, Home Assist for a home, backup storage for a home, cloud storage for a home, something along that lines.
Yep.
So how about we kind of step into, you take those specs. What about a virtual server? What do you know about a virtual server?
Well, for one, virtual servers first require a physical server as a baseline.
That they do.
Because it's a virtual server, it by nature doesn't gain access to every single resource that physical server has.
Correct.
Because it's sharing with its host operating system. So by nature, a virtual server will never be as fast as that physical server is on.
It can't.
The other piece you run into is licensing. So if you take and you license your physical server, you might license it with a standard server license, which is going to entitle you, of course, to, I believe, in most cases, 2.
Yep.
In Windows. In Linux, of course, doesn't really matter, but in Windows, you get 2 licenses. If you license under data center, you get licensed to unlimited VMs. But again, those VMs are going to be sharing the resources.
So now we're talking about basic performance. If you're testing something, would you rather go from a physical or test from a virtual? I know I'd rather test from a virtual just for the sheer fact of snapshots, the ability to find what I have, test what I have, lock it in at a snapshot at that point in time. And I feel like you have more versatility going from a virtual side. You do. And from the idea of testing, from the idea of even production in most workloads, virtual, of course, is going to be better from a standpoint of maintenance, from a standpoint of backups, from a standpoint of, hey, how can I have this portable between locations? You're going to have those benefits, right? From a performance standpoint, you're going to be limited by what that host has, and you, like I said, you're sharing. But from a versatility standpoint, absolutely, your virtual is the way to go. And I think there's pros and cons to both pieces, and it depends on what your workload is. Are you doing SQL? Are you doing Exchange? Are you doing Active Directory? Are you doing a standard file or application server? And I think everything has to be weighed in that picture at that point in time. Yeah, I would definitely agree. If you're going more business side, I would say the physical server much more benefits over the pros over the cons. They outweigh it side. For somebody who was playing with the Home Assist or something at home, I love the virtual. The time it takes to turn it off, turn it back on, restart it, seconds.
Yep.
It can shut down, restart for updates so much quicker than a physical. Same thing with when you mess something up. If something goes wrong, something crashes, an update doesn't work, the rollback from a snapshot so much quicker than if you try to roll back a physical server.
Yeah. And a lot of that comes from the technology behind Snapshot. Snapshot, of course, locking you in and more or less building you a differencing disk of everything that's changed from that snapshot. And so when you roll back, you're basically just deleting out this idea of that snapshot. And in terms of snapshot technology, most of them only allow you to roll back once, and anything that's after that point in time is basically thrown to the wayside.
Yeah, so when people ask me in the big scheme of things, what is better, physical or virtual, 100% it just depends. I can't really say one way or the other. It really depends on what you're doing, how you're utilizing it, what you have in mind.
Yeah, it depends on your purpose. Like I said, if you're doing SQL, I'm going to be the one that argues physical all the way. It gives you direct access to the resources. SQL is known to be resource heavy.
Yep.
If you're doing a file server or you're doing an application server even, I would go virtual 100% of the time because of that portability. You can build a cluster, and when this piece of hardware goes down, as long as you have your cluster built correctly, that device now fires up on this other machine. Now, on the home side, Absolutely. Most people aren't going to be putting the dollars into a physical server. They're going to be hosting it
the
on
price
their
difference.
desktop.
That's huge too. I mean, if you talk in the price of a physical server, if you can get it down to 10,000, I think you're pretty lucky there. I mean,
you could go down, but you're going to be obviously sacrificing performance. I mean, or you're going to be calling a desktop a server, and that's not the true case. But even nowadays, we look at some of the host servers that we've put in. $15,000 for the baseline server, not including storage, of course, but the baseline of here's the compute server. That's what it's going to run. You multiply that out, you have multiple servers. So in the case where you do a cluster with 2 or 3, you're looking at maybe at that point in time $45,000.
Yeah.
Again, you still have your storage, which is going to build on top of that, but you have significant amount of resources to share amongst your virtual load.
Yeah.
On your home side, most people, if you're buying the desktop from Walmart, you're going to have a problem even trying to host a virtual machine. Yes, you can do it. For those of you that are going to go
it's been done.
Nuts in any type of comment, you can do it.
Yeah.
But you're going to take and suffer performance.
Like I said, I built one with a Raspberry Pi just to say I did it, and it does it. It's not the best performing thing out there, but it will do it, and it will run.
And if you build Linux server, you're also going to be able to build more on lighter hardware because by nature it uses
a
lot less resources.
Yeah, not near as resource intensive.
If you build a non-GUI server on the Windows side, you're going to be a lot better off because it's not as resource heavy. But you're going to have to know all the command line prompts at that point in time. So you have to decide where you're going and what your purpose is.
Yeah. So with that being said, I don't really know how to tell people what's better, physical or virtual. I would say it really comes down to what it is you're looking to do and how much money you're looking to spend. Virtual, for most people, I say if you're just playing around at home or just testing out stuff, trying to do applications, save some money. Go with VMware. There's so many options for VMware out there and so many different things you can do with it that,
Well, if they're doing it at home, I mean, I don't know if VMware still has the
the
free version.
Yep.
You can also go to Oracle's VirtualBox.
Yep,
They also
VirtualBox.
have a free version. You're not going to be doing a Hyper-V unless you've bought a server license for your house.
Yep.
But I think there's a lot of good free options out there. You could also go Proxmox.
Yeah, forgot about that one.
Yeah.
There we go. So with that being said, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us today on this quick little episode. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, please go ahead and throw them down there. We always look forward to seeing you guys next time.